Okay. And back again for some more Nekopara Volume 1. How many volumes there are going to be, I've got no idea. But there we go, it's adorable as hell, and even though it's got some dystopian undertones, it's a very cute story, I'll admit, so what the hell. Too bad we don't get any decision points, apparently. So, regarding the situation, I want to respect Chocola and Vanilla's intentions, is apparently what Shigura has said. Yeah, there you go, simple enough. Was what she told me when I was finally able to get in touch with her. Without any margin of negotiation space, I was struck down. But Shigura, even if you say that I don't think Chocola and Vanilla will... Wait a minute. Even if you say that I don't think Chocola and Vanilla will... Right. What? That's right. Oh, there you go. A free advertisement there as well. Great name too. Don't make it sound like it's a daily ritual or something. In any case... Ah. So away she goes. Ah, wait, Shigure. Snake, snake. Seriously. Good old Metal Gear Solid. Anyway, yeah, seriously. As the ruthless electronic buzz of the dropped call echoed, I stared at my cell phone. And here I thought that I could sort all of this out if I could just talk to Shigure. I didn't seem to be eating anything. My god. Really? Catgirls in question were happily stuffing themselves with sandwiches. Adorable. These sandwiches incidentally contained tomato, cheese, and lettuce. With an over-easy fried egg tucked inside all of it, it was a simple meal. Breakfast was pretty much like this. You two are definitely going home today, okay? Precisely. Yes, but first or second or third level, that's the question. Third world level, but anyway. Yeah. Stop with the deliberately misleading words. Actually, they would make such bad lawyers, really. But anyway, maybe that's how the story is going to evolve. They become lawyers, the first catgirl lawyers. Anyway, I sighed at their happy-go-lucky mindset. I took the opportunity to fill their empty glasses with milk. Eating habits of catgirls are pretty much the same as those of humans, so that part was straightforward. Of course, what they liked and disliked depended on each individual catgirl. Oh, they love ketchup, I'll be damned. Oh, there you go. It looks like we're learning something new every day. You can actually say this is an educational video. Edu-cute, even. In the end, I wasn't able to get everything put away yesterday. Today I really do have to start getting ready for the bakery's opening too. Conformed. Okay. That's why I don't have time to relax and play with you two. Be good girls and go home. I said that to them with a sandwich in my hand. They're going to steal it, aren't they? They're going to steal the sandwich. Apparently there goes Glaffer. Oh well. Well, there we go. Hopefully, he had fun, I guess. She put a sandwich down on her plate. Just like yesterday, she looked at me with upturned eyes. Yeah, it's a problem. Answered her clearly. Exactly. Her shoulders drooped more than before. The ears which sat atop her head drooped downheartedly too. Unable to make fun of anything, Vanilla could only look on with concern. Pain from last night pricked at my heart again. I tilted the ready cooled coffee cup. as my motions are dulled, unimpeded by my judgments.
それでも
But, oh, she's actually saying that.
それでもショコラはご主人様のところに行きたいです。
Oh, there you go, just melting everyone's hearts. Her usually always perky ears were drooping. Chocolat was speaking clearly under her own volition.
ショコラがいるなら私もここにいる。
Indeed. If Chocolat is here too, is here, then I am too. Oh.
私もここにいたいと思う。
Now there you go, easy. Vanilla's usually blank expression did not change. However, she showed me her strong determination. I don't remember Chocolat or Vanilla ever being this disobedient. That thought stayed at the back of my mind. Obviously they're planning a revolution. But if I was going to be swayed by that, then I wouldn't have said this. That. Understood. Long pause there.
ご注文ありがとうございます。ロイヤルウッドです。
Oh.
ご注文いただきましたティーセットの配達にお伺いしました。
Oh, there you go, right on cue.
ではこちらお店の中に運んじゃいますね。
Huzzah. Well, it's certainly not.
段ボールで全部ですね。
Indeed. It's certainly not Ghost in the Shell level of storytelling, that's for sure. Pretty good movie, actually. I believe they made 2, or at least only saw 2. Maybe they've made more since then, but yeah, pretty good, actually. Like cyborgs and all that, futuristic stuff.
では間違いなければ受領書にサインをいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
They're planning none. Oh, of course. So it's killing the master and taking control of the bakery. But anyway, she smiled brightly and brought out the invoice along with her pen. Okay, let's see. I looked over the sales invoice I received once more. Somehow this doesn't look like what I ordered.
本当ですか？
God, no one can get anything right here.
それは品物が違うということでしょうか。
Indeed. No, the stuff I ordered is in here too, but I looked over at the pile of boxes inside the bakery. Inside of my tiny bakery was a mountain of boxes. A mountain. A mountain, people. Anyway, I think I've emphasized it enough. It was as if the inside of the bakery had become completely made of boxes. As you can see, we don't need this much tableware inside the bakery.
すみません。すぐに本社に確認しますので。
Well, actually, that could have been some free goodies. Oh well.
少々お待ちいただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
Looks like no free tableware for us. Oh, and welcome back, Glafra, as well. The story is only still warming up, I suppose.
大変申し訳ございません。
Indeed. Yeah, it's interesting actually, because yeah, it's funny. I don't know why I didn't even notice that actually. Oh yeah, Miss Plenty. Oh, indeed. Oh yeah, it is bizarre actually. Everyone who's not a catgirl is effectively invisible. Oh, there you go. I suppose it's easier to draw that way.
注文書と混じってしまっていたようでして。
Anyway, another order. There you go.
宮月様の方もすぐにご入りようと思いますので。
Damn that Minazuki. Indeed.
もしよろしければ、ご注文分の食器を受け取っていただければと思うのですが。
Well, free tableware is always good. Accept this order. Huh? From all this? The mountain of cardboard boxes towered over everything. That's right, Master Race. I was at a loss for words. Every box was of equal size. Trying to keep a straight face. I wouldn't know what was inside each of them without opening them up. On top of that, looking at the sales invoice, I could see that they all contained expensive tea sets and tableware, so if we can get that for free, that's not bad. And if I accepted it all, it would be a lot of work to deal with all the new items. There's still things that need doing in advance of my bakery's opening, so I don't mind accepting these. But it's going to take a while to deal with all this. That's right, equal size.
もちろん私もお手伝いさせていただきますので。
Maybe all the boxes have got more, yeah, maybe they've got more catgirls in them or something.
私も次の配達に行かないといけない
And away she
ですし。
goes. The invisible tableware seller. Look, you don't need to put all this pressure on me. From the looks of it, it would take 2 hours or more. But to have it re-delivered would take double the effort too. Oh, how cute. Cuteness is overwhelming. That's right, I have a lifeline. And speed lines as well, my god.
にゃにゃ、にゃんですか？
What is it? It's free tableware. What else is it going to be?
猫ちゃんたち本当に助かりました。
There you go.
ありがとうございます。本当にありがとうございます。では私はこれで失礼させていただきますね。
Indeed. I'm exhausted. I glanced at the tableware we had finished organising. They could have changed the scene at the very least to reflect that, but whatever. Lowered myself into a chair and relaxed my shoulders. Exactly. We would, just had obedient people to act as assistants, unpaid assistants as well, would be just great. But anyway.
ご主人様、冷たいお茶です。どうぞ。
Cold tea. What happened to the hot tea? Thanks, chocolate. I don't mind if I do. I downed the cold tea in one gulp. Somehow or another, the light meal tableware had arrived. Soon, I really had to get the bakery ready for its opening. I did say I needed any help I could find. I really did need help this time.
褒めて褒めて褒めて褒めて。
Indeed. I could sense the praise me aura coming from Chocolate. She had a wide smile on her face and was in a ready stance to receive my approval. Thanks, I couldn't have done it without you two.
ご主人様に褒めてもらっちゃったよ、マニラ。
Outstanding.
わーい。
Oh, and she's promoting Yahoo at the same time. There you go. Change when the store opens if I'm correct. Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. Fun times in it, indeed.
柱の陰から見守ってた甲斐があったね。よしよし。
You did well, young Jedi.
ショコラ、ご主人様の役に立てましたね。
Positively.
やっぱりご主人様一人じゃお仕事大変だと思うんです。
God damn it, just praise them for God's sake.
猫の手でも存分に役に立つ。
And free.
私たちがいなかったらまだ仕分け続行中だと思う。
I suppose I am doing a bit of commentary. Although we can't call it commentary anymore, we have to call it casting nowadays. That's the hip new thing to call it. Oh, I don't know how they say their actions and thoughts. Whoops. I guess I was more so commentating for the main character there. Yeah, okay, yeah, but yeah, they say their actions and thoughts too. But anyway, we're sorting boxes, whatever. Hey, you two are getting a bit too close. They lean forward towards me for emphasis. It is true that without you two around, this would have been a real problem. But that's a different issue than the one from before. You two have to go back home. God. Doesn't accept free assistance. Unbelievable. Besides, it's not like I could ask you two to work for me for anything, or anything, okay?
そうですか。やっぱりダメですか。
Indeed. Her shoulders drooped along with her ears and tail. The enthusiasm she showed earlier had completely disappeared. She sighed deeply and looked disheartened.
お掃除でもしてきます。せっかくですし。
Truly saddening stuff. She trudged up to the second floor, still dejected. Dots. Chocolate isn't an idiot. I knew she was pushing herself to be bright and full of energy. But even so, this wasn't something I was going to easily change my mind about. It was all the more with What? Hang on, it was all the more with how much she cared for me.
ご主人、私たちがいたらそんなに迷惑？悪い子？
Well, they seem right, I guess just Master doesn't appreciate free labour, it seems. There you go. We'll go with that. She spoke quietly in her usual way. Vanilla tilted her head as she asked that question. You two aren't bad catgirls, that's why I can't have you stay here.
悪い子じゃないのにダメなの？
Precisely. It's because you two are good catgirls that I can't allow it. She blinked as she took in my words. It was almost as if she was trying to peer inside my heart. She stared directly at me, long and hard.
とって難しい。猫にはそういうのはわからない。
Indeed.
好きならそばにいたい。少なくとも私はそう思うけど。
Well, if only if it was so simple, eh? Vanilla.
チョコラのところ行ってくる。
Those words, she went upstairs. Yeah, emotional stuff, I'll admit. The sound of her small footsteps slowly disappeared, and before long I couldn't hear them anymore. Humans are hard to understand, huh? Inside the bakery, now devoid of anyone but myself. I repeated those words she had just said to me. Now that I think about it, that's a pretty inconsistent way of thinking, isn't it? Cats do not understand that. He can pay them somehow. Indeed. Now there we go, we'll be kawaii before you know it. Oh god. Anyway, so that I understand that. Having heard that said aloud, I began to understand what it really meant. Exactly, he'll pay them real good, eh? Multiple times. Indeed. It must be pretty nice to live the simple life of a catgirl, huh? I pondered as I looked at the name of the bakery affixed to the window. With a bitter smile, I began to clean up the tea sets that had arrived earlier.
Nekopara.
Indeed. I think they're trying to drill the title of the game into your skull, from what I can tell.
今日はあのたこ焼き屋がいない。
Oh well. Just like yesterday, we took a walk through the park in the evening. However, that food stand was nowhere to be found. It just so happens that no one was home on the day I decided to take the two catgirls home. I had also happened to leave the house key behind, so to make good use of time, I went to do some shopping before Shigure got home.
ごめんバニラ。なんだっけ？また旅だっけ？だいたいそんな感じ。
That isn't the right word at all. Chocolate, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit?
はい、少しだけ。でも大丈夫ですから。心配かけてごめんなさい、ご主人様。
Oh, dandy. There's no need for you to apologize. She had a troubled smile. Wait, Anne. Oh, okay. Anyway, she had a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. The fact that this game costs, you'd think the translation would be a bit better, but oh well. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't we rest a bit?
じゃあ私、何か飲み物買ってくる。
Oh, she's got her own money. Ah, thanks. Something for everyone, okay.
了解。任された。
There you go. I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chocolate. Okay, she didn't have her own money. The constant sea breeze rustled the trees in the park. All that could be heard throughout the empty park were the quiet sounds of nature. That's right. Just took it over, eh? I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chocolate. I wonder how much more the screen can keep scrolling, actually. Like the gently setting sun, time passed by slowly. Indeed.
帰ります。
Hey, she's not animating. Her voice was so quiet that I wasn't quite sure if I'd heard her or not. Or maybe she's starting to communicate telepathically. Even so, she answered clearly and telepathically. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chocola's head.
たまにはご主人様に電話してもいいですか？
Or why not if she can operate a phone, I guess. Yeah.
ご主人様のところに遊びに来てもいいですか？
I mean, it's pretty freaking clear they're not just going to go home, but anyway. Yeah.
ご主人様はショコラたちのことはちゃんと毎日思い出してくれますか？ショコラは離れてても主人様って呼んでてもいいですか？
Blocked. Indeed. Wait, blocked? Wait a minute, what do you mean by that, Glafir? What exactly is blocked? Or did he block their attempts, you mean, to stay? Anyway, her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. Emotional stuff. She stifled her sobbing and her voice became strained. She looked pained as she did her best to hold back her emotions, biting her lips. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out of all my strength. Yeah, of course I will. I'll block her number. Okay. Indeed. They certainly put a bit of feeling into it, I give them that. I was frustrated at myself for saying nothing. I was empty. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocola's head as gently as I could. Indeed. Yeah, nah. You know. Yeah. I don't really think I'm kind at all. Or maybe they're just being attention whores, I don't know. Do you think a guy voiced this? What? Voice those girls? That seems unlikely. Be freaking hilarious if that actually was the case. Oh, indeed. The new catgirls, that's right. Just get them in a rotation, eh? Anyway, indeed. Before, Chocolate closed her eyes and smiled. Wait, did it just say that she closed her eyes? Ah, of course I remember that. I'm pretty sure it said she closed her eyes. Oh, cat's voices, of course. It was cold. It was a cold day half a year ago. Chocolate and Vanilla were huddled together, crying by the side of the road. They were still so young, they couldn't even speak yet. It was that day when I embraced their small cold bodies and took them home with me. There was no way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at home. Oh, you two wouldn't eat it all, which really worried Shigure. I started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice as we reminisced about the past. Oh yeah, I totally remember that. Just talk over it too. I definitely do remember that. And nuclear explosion. Exactly, that's what I was saying. Anyway, it was a few days after we brought Chocolate and Vanilla home. At that point, they'd only occasionally drink some water. And as always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnourishment and cold weather had really begun to weaken their bodies. Inception, indeed. They both developed high fevers and were in pain. Oh, shitty times.
誰か助けてって思いながらただただ泣いてたんです。そしたら
And then, it's alright, I'm with you too, so don't worry.
主人様が大きくてあったかい手で撫でてくれたんですよね。ずっとそばで大丈夫大丈夫って言い続けてくれて。
You certainly don't see these sorts of things too often, that's for sure. These sorts of stories. Well, at least I haven't anyway. In Japan, well, who knows.
ショコラとバニラのこと撫で続けてくれてました。朝になって病院に行くまでずっとそばにいてくれて、不安で心細かったのが全部嘘だったみたいに。あの時も同じこと言ってました。俺は別に優しくなんかないって。でもショコラたちはご主人様が助けてくれなかったらここにいなかったです。あの時ご主人様がそばにいてくれなかったら誰も信じられないままでした。
Oh, pretty touching.
ご主人様のおかげでご飯も食べれるようになりました。しぐれちゃんともみんなとも仲良くなりました。だからあの時からショコラのご主人様はご主人様になったんです。ショコラはそれからずっと優しいご主人様のことが大好きなんですよ。
A nice bit of backstory. I wished that her tear-filled eyes would not spill over. Those tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. She smiled all she could before me.
だからショコラはご主人様がいなくなっちゃうって聞いて、いても立ってもいられなくて、どうしても一緒に行きたくて、
Thus they smuggled themselves through.
しぐれちゃんにお願いをしたんです。
Well, that's what they say. She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if it would disappear at any moment. Those words were so gentle and warm, but there was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Chocolat. I was the one she was saying this all to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name. Ah, actually now I remember, it was Count Chocula. Oh, there you go, that vampire-related cereal. But anyway.
お金のこととか難しいことはやっぱり猫にはわからないです。でもやっぱりショコラはご主人様のそばにいたいんです。ご主人様が辛くて大変そうなの。なんと本当に。
Oh, probably skipped a bit too fast. Whoops.
お掃除でもお洗濯でもお料理でもショコラがお手伝いできることは何でもしますから。
Now there you go, just need to teach her how to do the taxes and we'll be set.
今すぐにはできなくても絶対にちゃんとできるようになりますから。だからもう一度だけ。
God, the amount of favors they ask for.
ダメでしょうか。ショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。
Chocolat voiced her feelings clearly once again, and barely kept her tears from overflowing. Chocolat, if you could be with me. I was engulfed by my inner thoughts, which were ready to overflow. She yearned for me so earnestly. For her to be so innocently... What? No, oh, for her to so innocently believe in me, there should be no reason for me to be against it. Yeah, I was wondering about that the same thing as well. Anything to help. Anything, indeed. That day, chocolate and vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. Yep, anything. I was simply selfish for just leaving home like that. I didn't want to get my dear family wrapped up in my selfishness, or have them experience any unnecessary hardship because of me. It's brought shame upon his family. Must do kamikazes. But anyway, you two are important to me after all. Just staring at the sky there. Indeed. My inner conflict was disrupted by Vanilla. Vanilla had returned at some point, and she looked straight at me as she stood at Chocola's side.
私なら楽しいことならショコラと一緒がいい。たとえ辛いことでもショコラと一緒にいたいと思う。
Now there you go, through thick and thin.
だって一緒にいれないことの方が寂しくて辛いから。
Oh, Vanilla.
本当に好きなら迷惑かけたって一緒にいたい。それでも一緒にいたいものだと思う。
Now there you go.
私たちが幸せかどうかなんていくらご主人でも決めつけるのは違うと思うよ。それに大事な人が大変ならなおさらそばにいたい。何ができるかはわからないけど、でも辛い時にそばで励ますことくらいできるよ。
It was as if her gentle, warm and soft smile had become the setting sun. I have to admit, that wasn't translated too badly. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply penetrated and seeped into my heart.
だからきっとしぐれも私たちがご主人のところについていくのを許してくれた。
Now there you go, it was meant to be.
しぐれはご主人と一緒に行くことはできないから代わりにお願いって。だからご主人が本当にショコラのことを思うなら一緒にいるべきだと思う。
What's interesting is the fact that according to this camera angle, we're basically sitting like 10 to 20 centimeters actually below their eye level for some bizarre reason. But anyway, just thought I'd mention that. A bit odd. Anyway, there's not even the faintest bit of hesitation. Well, anyway, that's what this angle looks like to me anyway. They were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate Chocolat and Vanilla's happiness? Only those words continued to strongly resonate in my mind, which was otherwise empty. Very strong word, yes.
ご主人様がいないのは嫌なんです。いくら大変でもショコラはご主人様と一緒にいたいんです。
Yes, their words are just penetrating all over the place.
だからお願いします。ご主人様のそばにいさせてください。ここがショコラがいたい場所なんです。
She was on the verge of tears, but Chocola's face lit up. They are nothing but absolutely pure, genuine words. Humans really are at a loss for words when it comes to catgirls, especially when they're so emotional. Saying no to their words was not something I could bring myself to do.
ご主人、それって
It won't be like it was back at home. You can't just live here however you like. Got it?
大丈夫です。ご主人様がいるだけでショコラは幸せですから。
Oh, there we go. Didn't see that coming from miles away.
やれやれ。ついにご
The
主
fuck?
人陥落。
Oh, the phone's finished charging up. Of course. Astra's finally surrendered to the rising sun.
いやよいやよも好きなうち。だね。
Indeed. The dreary moment seemed to be blown away by a dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that didn't really believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple, although I thought it was still so immature. Perhaps catgirls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. From here on out, we need to do our best all together.
毎晩大トロじゃなくて大丈夫です。たまにでいいです。
Altero? Sea otters? Makes sense, I guess.
お肉もA4でいい。松坂牛なら脂身最高。
Is that all you guys have been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us is uncertain. I lovingly rubbed their heads, disheveling their hair. Disheveling? No, disabling their hair. Alright, why don't we head back to the shopping district then?
なんでですか？お買い物はもう
Also,
終わ
man.
ったんですよね。
That's right. We have to go buy that shampoo you guys like, don't we?
もうご主人かっこいい。ついでに松坂牛も買おう。
Free promotion for Matsuzaka, I guess. Well, today is a celebration, so why not?
お祝いパーティーですね。ご主
Indeed.
人太っ腹。
Just this once, okay. So we're still just staring at the sky apparently. This was the beginning of a bright new life, or to a bright new life. And together, with the happy and high-spirited Chocolat and Vanilla, we took the first steps towards it. Until another nuclear explosion just set off there. You know how it goes with nukes? 'Indeed. Kinda wish we had subtitles. Oh, but at least there aren't any strobe lights, I guess. Indeed. Holy shit, the amount of cuteness. Well, I think after that, I think I can Japan as well. Oh.
Nekopara Volume 1ソレイユ開店しました。
Indeed. Wow. Well, there you go. It was released, I think, near the end of December, and god damn, that is adorable, I admit. Yeah, no decision points, but it could be worse, I'll admit. Yeah, god damn, that was a very it was certainly a much longer demo than I thought it'd be, actually, but definitely gives you an idea of what to expect. So it's certainly not command modern air naval operations, that's for sure. No, not quite at all. But there you have it. I was trying not to sound too cutesy myself, actually, I'll admit, but that was pretty damn cutesy. So there you have it. Nekopara. I might possibly get it at some point. So this was the Steam version, by the way. Apparently there are two different versions. There's the original, which has got quite a bit more content in it, and there's the Steam version, which I think is a bit more suitable for YouTube, I suppose, and casting in general. But and as for the trucks, well, this is only the demo after all, so hopefully we'll be seeing trucks in the full version. But as to whether I'll get it, we'll see what happens, especially if they're on like a 85%, actually 85% sale or something like that. So God damn. Well, there you go. Hopefully you've liked that, and I'll see you all next time.